to yes on what you're looking for.
Sean is a master. He teaches. It's not just about sharing the formula with you. It's about making sure that we learn.
I went from $100,000 in debt from law school to having no money and starting my own law firm on my credit card to selling it 4 years later.
Sean and I, we co-created massive victories in 2 unwinnable jury trials, which are recognized nationally now as top 100 jury verdicts.
To be even on the same track with you, who I respect and admire and love with all my heart.
Never again submit. You're not better and you're not less than any human on earth.
When you shared with us about the unblinded process and the mastery sales training, I just went, wow.
Sean will gain proximity to the most influential and powerful people. He will find out how he can grow their business, how he can help them personally. But the third thing that he does is the most important. Sean serves without an expectation of getting anything in return.
You have very, very high-performing colleagues.
22 years ago, you transformed my life as you did all of these people's lives over the course of time. And I couldn't be more grateful. Let's hear it for Tony Robbins.
I don't see him as a lawyer, and I don't see him as a blind person. Someone who has subjugated his ego, who has taught me what serving really looks like.
You have this incredible ability to just have unconditional love for everyone, and that is just an incredible gift.
The moment you have been waiting for.
The American Blind Association is the first new face and voice of that association since Helen Keller.
Formula bore formulas, which is exactly what I've learned from Sean. It's a language-based predictable model. We will have over 300 new sales meetings this month.
This superpower in the world that is attainable for you is the ability to influence people. If you believe that, say yes. If you believe that, say yes. Do you think that worked?
I do think that works, Shannon, Maritza, and everyone. Welcome to the Heart of Influence. And we have some introductions to make. First up, from Houston, Texas, founder and operator on a mission to restore dignity, peace, and trust for seniors and families navigating the most vulnerable transitions, creator of a faith-centered residential assisted living homes designed not as a place to fade, but as a place, oh, sorry, team. I am reading Nate's bio. My bad. We're going to go Nate first and then back to LT. I'm sorry. That is my fault. I was scrolled down too far. Not as a place to fade, but as a place where people live fully and families feel at home again. Proven steward of impact, currently operating 5 licensed homes in South Houston, each one a living example of what care looks like when value comes first. Let's welcome to the show, Nate Manthey.
Thank you.
So Nate, as I shared in the green room, this is your opportunity to share a fun fact. Nate, this could be something cool that you've done, something surprising that you've done, something that you're proud of, but anything, Nate, that would make us go, Nate, no way.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's quite an introduction. Thank you. I would say, including all that stuff, our family is very important to me. So we play Uno or play Yahtzee. And I can say that my kids still beat me and they talk trash while doing it. So that's a fun fact. So you can go into all the world and feel like you're producing something, and you can still come home and get defeated by your 11 and 7-year-olds. So yeah.
That is awesome. That is a super fun fact, Nate. And I have a corollary fun fact. Sean is blind, and I cannot beat him at like air hockey, basketball, like none of these things, but I can beat him at Yahtzee, and I make sure he knows it all the time because I can't beat the blind man at anything else. So that is a super fun fact. Tell your kids, keep going, keep beating dad. And I don't know if we're going to have as much fun as Uno and Yahtzee today, but we'll try. Are you ready to have some fun?
Yes.
Let's do it. You like playing games. Team, going back to LT from Houston, Texas, surgeon and founder building AI agents to automate patient communication across healthcare and service industries, owner of a private surgical and dental practice, innovating solutions from firsthand operational pain points, founder of an AI agent company serving call centers, medical offices, and enterprise partners nationwide. Let's welcome to the show, LT Johnson.
Hey.
LT, thank you for stepping out of the surgical room. This will not be nearly as messy as that can get, but thank you for being here. And LT, your fun fact, please. And how should we refer to you? Do you prefer Dr. LT, LT, Dr. Johnson? How should we refer to you today?
LT is fine. I'm quite all right with LT. That was an amazing introduction. I almost didn't know who you were talking about. But fun fact. Most people don't know I'm health conscious. I love the environment. But I own a chicken shack, like a hot chicken restaurant, but I am a vegan. So people always ask me, wait a second, how is it that you own a restaurant that serves meat and you don't eat meat? Oh,
yes, please tell us.
I don't know. It was actually, it was passed on to me from the owner who wanted me to let his legacy live on. And I told him, I was like, man, I don't know anything about restaurant business. I'm not a restaurateur. I'm still not a restaurateur. But I just try to help him try to fulfill that legacy for him by keeping it open and available. But yeah, if anybody knows anybody in the restaurant industry who could be a strategic partner and run a restaurant, I'm all ears.
All right. Well, we know some people in Houston, Texas. That is for sure. LT, that is an incredible story. I feel your heart, your passion, your service. That is absolutely beautiful. Love that. And I personally cannot wait to come to your restaurant and try some hot chicken. That sounds delicious about now, since I have not eaten since I worked out. So chicken is on the way. Thank you, LT. And are you ready to have some fun?
Ready to have some fun.
Let's do it. Rolling. Now we're on track, team. From Denton, Texas, founder of Tide Mark Therapy, leading a scalable mission-driven mental health group practice, owner of T-Mart VA Services, specializing in mental health billing and credentialing infrastructure, CEO of Mental Health Manage, expanding national group clinics across multiple states with higher reimbursement rates. Let's welcome to the show, Brittany Wagner.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for having me here.
Thanks for being here, Brittany. And Brittany, your fun fact, please.
Yeah, so a lot of people don't know this about me, but I joined a civilian part of the police department here locally, and we do a lot of bagpiping services. So I'm very much like a bagpipe player, and I think that's a skill that's probably lost, especially in this part of the world.
Wow. That is definitely a skill in itself for sure. And we've had a few bagpipe players at our events, and I think it's one of the most beautiful instruments that there is. And so Brittany, thank you for bringing that forward. And are you ready to have some fun? I don't think we're going to get as loud as bagpipes do today, but we will definitely have some magical fun. Are you ready?
Sounds great. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Next up, of course, coming from Houston, Texas, corporate finance leader at MD Anderson, guiding capital operations, strategic healthcare investment decisions, CPA with a master's in finance, specializing in enterprise scale healthcare financial strategy, evaluates AI pragmatically, prioritizing securities, accuracy, and executive decision integrity. Let's welcome to the show, Keith Hernandez.
It's acceptable to clap for yourself, right?
Yeah, absolutely. 100% impressive background. Keith, welcome to the Heart of Influence, and your fun fact, please.
Absolutely. So recently I discovered this world of 3D printing. And since then, my kids are kind of, I guess, Nate's age. They've gone crazy with it, So now it's really interesting world we live in where they want a new toy and they're like, can you print this toy? Or, oh this broke, can you print this? And it's just like, oh, I guess I'm also a toy factory now. But yeah, brave new world we live in. Glad y'all have me here. I feel like I'm just kind of the more ordinary finance guy amongst these great individuals, but happy to be here.
There is definitely greatness present all the way around, and you've given me so many ideas. Now I'm going to go to Sean, Shannon, and Maurice and say I want a 3D printer because now I have all the kinds of ideas on things that I can 3D print. I love it. Thank you for that. And let me introduce your co-producers today. From, of course, the greater Houston, Texas area, co-founding her first company in 2004. She helped scale it from early vision to successful exit in 2022. With organizational approaching $40 million in annual revenue and experience that shaped her approach to leadership systems and sustainable growth. Her journey includes both professional success and personal reinvention, deepening her commitment to building business rooted in clarity, integrity, and long-term impact. She is a certified unblinded partner trained in influence mastery and relationship-based communication that helps leaders align people, processes, and purpose. Today, through the Heart of Influence with her work with Cali Recovery, she is passionate about powering healthcare leaders to build trusted relationships with success in business while recovering medical revenue with confidence and care. Let's welcome to the show, Shannon Bostic.
Thank you.
Shannon, welcome to your show and your fun fact, please.
I'm someone that has had fears of flying, and I'm definitely still scared of heights. Last year was my first year to be in a helicopter. I didn't tell the pilot until we were like about to take off that these are facts. And he's like, why didn't you tell me? I was like, because I want to make myself do it. So it was for Easter at my church, and there's no door on the helicopter, and I need to pour out 1,000 Easter eggs over a football field for our kids to go grab them. So it was an amazing time, and it really made me realize you can still overcome your fear, and it was so much fun, and I definitely want to do it again this year.
That sounds super fun. I'm coming to your church for Easter. That sounds super fun.
Yes, Bella, come.
Yes, good for you. I just spent a lot of time in Houston, as you well know. So that is really super fun, Shannon. I love that. And are you ready to have some fun on your show?
I am.
I don't know if it's going to be near as fun as throwing out 1,000 Easter eggs on a football field. Like, that sounds super cool, but I'll try to make it as fun. I'll do my best.
Yeah.
I'm going to introduce your partner in crime today, also from the greater Houston area, brings 28 years of global leadership at a Fortune 100 company into her work as an executive coach and HR transformation strategist, fusing operational excellence with emotional intelligence, founder of a purpose-centered coaching firm that guides leaders to align their values with vision, unlocking authentic performance growth and lasting influence, empowers physicians to recover lost revenue and reclaim vital time so they can focus on healing while restoring their financial health and professional freedom. Let's welcome to the show, Maritza Alustia. Maritza, your fun fact on your Heart of Influence, please.
My fun fact, I'm going to go with a new one. I really love to go into roller coasters, but the people that sit next to me, they start to get nervous because I get nervous and I just start laughing like crazy and start crying. So they're like, what's funny about this? They just look at me and like, are you crazy? And I just laugh all the ride, like up and down until it's done. So that's my fun fact.
That is a super fun fact, Maritza. The next time I'm in Houston, which is going to be very soon, since there's a lot of family birthdays in February, because there's like Six Flags there, right?
Yes, it is.
We should definitely go to Six Flags because I have a love-hate relationship with roller coasters as well. Kind of like Shannon did with helicopters. It's like I'm really afraid of them, but I really love them because I love to challenge fear. So I think we could have a lot of fun going to Six Flags. What say you?
Yes, let's do it.
Let's do it. I love it. Well, welcome, Maritza, to your show. And I will quickly introduce myself since my co-host is not here today. I have co-hosted actually more than 1,800 episodes of this very show with more than 5,000 guests for the last 5.5 years. Prior to joining the Unblinded circus, as I say, beautiful circus that it is, I started selling crafts on my parents' front lawn at 8 years old. I had an incredible business model because my parents would take me to Michael's. They would buy me all my crafts. I would make these wreaths. I'd sell them on the front lawn, and I would get to keep all the profits. Not quite how business works today, but as an 8-year-old, it was really profitable for me back then. But I did learn how to sell, and I took that into, at 18 years old, someone introduced me to a network marketing company. And by the time I was 19 years old, I was a top income earner in that company. And I took those skills when that company was shut down, went into commercial real estate in Las Vegas, where I was the #1 business broker in the whole state of Nevada for 3 years. I was the first woman ever and the youngest woman ever to hold that record in Las Vegas. And now I am part of the Unblinded team, co-hosting The Heart of Influence and Cali Law and Cali Girl Recovery, where we've helped physicians recover almost $750 million from insurance companies. So that is myself, Bella Verita. It's always fun to like wait for the applause for yourself. And I'm going to go with the fun fact today that 2 days ago, highly against my will, I was going surfing in the Pacific Ocean and I didn't want to go because it was cold. And truth be told, I had just gotten my hair done and I didn't want to get my hair into the ocean. But I had a lot of fun. And then I went from that to 2 days later, skiing in Colorado. And so I've had all kinds of varieties from surfing to skiing, all of which I learned to do from a blind man. So that is my fun fact for today, Shannon, Maritza, and everyone. So thank you so much for that. And on that note, we're going to kick it off and play a little game on the superpower of influence, because Plato said, a friend of Shannon and Maritza's, Plato called him up before the show before we were coming on the show today. And Plato said, play a game with me for an hour and we will learn more about each other than if we spoke for a year. And so that's why they've brought you here today, so we can play a game, get to know each other a little bit, build relationships, and go from there. And so what that game looks like, Nate and LT, is we have Shannon and Maritza that are going to be in the role play seat. And then Shannon and Maritza, just remember one of you will put me on the hot seat in place of Sean. So remember that further on. But LT, Nate, Shannon or Maritza will be anyone that you want them to be that you would like to cause a meaningful yes with, because business is built on the ability to cause yes. Like Nate, your kid's got to cause yes to get you to play a game with them before they then beat you at the game. So they got to cause that yes first. And everything that we do in business, from even, going from hello to yes with a patient to have a surgery that maybe they didn't want to have, which was me when I went through my cancer battle. So everything is built on the ability to cause yes. So Shannon and Maritza, Nate and LT will be anyone that you want them to be. They could be a philanthropic partner, someone that you want to raise money with. They could be, someone that you want to partner in your chicken restaurant. Or any other meaningful yes that you would like to create. This is not like Wolf of Wall Street meets Boiler Room, where it is like close the deal now. But it could be just that simple yes for a longer meeting. So let's go, Maritza. Maritza, who do you think we should kick it off with, LT or Nate?
I see Nate is already unmuted, so he can go first.
All right, and we know Nate likes to play games. So Nate, you can role play with Shannon or Maritza. So who would you like to role play with, and what role would you like them to play?
Role play. Let's go with Maritza. You have history of HR, right?
I do.
Let's go with that.
All right, so Maritza, you're an HR director. And any particular type of company, Nate?
Yeah, let's go in senior living.
In senior living. All right.
Mhm.
Maritza is far, far, far from being a senior, but Maritza, take us in.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Yes, who is this?
Hi, this is Nate.
Nate who?
So you guys are
Um,
doing reverse role play. So Nate should be calling you Maritza, not you calling him.
Okay.
So just say, hello, this is Maritza.
Hello, this is Maritza.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good, and you?
Good. So is the goal that I'm trying to talk to her? Is she coming to
Yeah,
me?
you're
Am I
causing
going
a
to her?
yes. So she's that HR director and you're causing the yes with her. So whatever yes that you would want to cause with the HR director of a senior healthcare, she's going to play that role.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm lost. All right. So hi.
So
My
Nate,
name
so
is
you're
Nate.
in business, right? And you've talked to HR directors at senior cares and you want to do something with them. Is that correct?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's all you're doing here. It's
And
exactly the same thing.
I'm trying to get information from her.
Yeah,
Yes.
you're looking to cause a yes. So so you want to probably have a longer meeting so you can do something together.
Okay.
Really,
It's
it
not
means
that
anything,
No,
Nate.
Shannon,
Like
hold
the
on, I got
way
it. Shannon,
that
I got it. Shannon, I got it. I got it. So it's really not that confusing, Nate. And people try to make it more confusing than it actually is. It is simply causing yes for a longer meeting. So if you have a home healthcare, you're wanting to talk to somebody else in the business because maybe you want to do something together. Why would you be calling an HR director of a home healthcare?
Because I have a problem and I need her to solve it.
Okay, perfect. So you're gonna go from hello to yes with her to solve that problem. So you got it. You're not confused.
Okay. Hey, Maritza, this is Nate.
Hi, Nate. How can I
How
help
are
you?
you? Good. Hey, quick question for you. So
Yes.
I have a staff member that I need to fire because they abused one of my clients. What should I do?
What do you mean that they use one of your clients?
Yeah, no, I think they abused them. I think they didn't follow company policy and procedure. So, what should I do according to HR? How should I handle it?
So, have you checked what is the guideline on what's abuse and what's then like if this is already a reason to separate the person?
I did. Yeah, we followed the Texas HHSC rules and regulations. They signed a admission agreement when or an application agreement when they started with us, and now they broke company policy and procedure. So do we have enough information to fire them without cause? What if they file for unemployment or they file discrimination?
Yeah, those are risks that we have, but I'm gonna have to ask you also what's gonna be the impact on the team as you separate this person. How are you planning to handle that, the impact within the organization?
Like, are we going to have to fill a hole?
Yes, or is the team going to be impacted and there's going to start rumors and people are not going to be doing their work? How are you planning to do that so we actually can proceed with that?
It's such a strange question. I don't think HR would ask me that. So here's the deal is if somebody's committing abuse, you need to get rid of them as quickly as possible, right? So how it affects the team is ultimately it's going to create a temporary hole in the team, but you need to replace them with somebody that's not going to break company policy and procedure, right? Because what it does is it puts the company at risk. So for me, how the team feels about it, I actually could care less. So because we need to protect everybody else that's there and not the one that broke the company policy and procedure. So I guess my question is, if they signed the company rules, policies, and procedures of proper conduct within the company, and we follow the state's rules, are we protected HR wise versus of discrimination or wrongful termination if they didn't follow the rules?
Yes, it sounds like it. Like I was just testing if you have seen not only you separated what is the internal and the external impact that you have. From a law perspective, you're following what you need to do. And internally, you are saying that the impact of having the person inside is bigger than that. So I think that you're ready. Please let me know how do you want my support to actually execute this separation.
Okay. So I guess at this point, there would be a contract between the business and your business. And so that would already be spelled out in the conversation, right? So I guess I'd be calling to say, hey, we need to implement just to make sure we have paperwork so we can let this person go. And so we cover ourselves in case TWC or some, yeah, I mean, if they file for unemployment or they go to the EOCC and they file a discrimination case against us. So I guess
Yep.
we would just partner with that.
Yes.
Beautiful.
You got the yes for the next step. Thank you.
Great job. Great job, Nate. It sounds like it is a complicated act that you've got to do there, but HR sounds like it can definitely help. Really great job. We'll get to the feedbackers in just a moment, but let's go LT. We'll have you role play with Shannon. And LT, who would you like Shannon to be? If you would like to unmute with us, please. You are on mute, LT. You are still on mute. I see.
I was like, let me get this thing to unmute.
There you go. LT, who would you like Shannon to be, please?
She could be a angel, private equity, venture capitalist. Who cares? Somebody with some money. She could be you.
She is somebody with some money. She's got some money. She's looking to invest. I hear she likes chicken. So Shannon, take us in, please.
Okay. Well, you know what? We'll just pretend that we rang the phone. So bring, bring.
Hello?
Hello. How are you? Is this Shannon?
Yes, it is. I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing well, Shannon. A friend of mine referred me to you. They said that you had the heart of gold and that you were looking for some investment opportunities. And I think I have a potential one that, if you don't mind listening.
Okay, who was it that referred you? It's a friend I know?
Yeah, your good friend Carmen, I guess.
Okay. Yes, I know Carmen. Thank you so much. I go to church with her.
Oh, okay. Well, good. She said that you were the woman, and so she gave me the number, and I'll just give you a call. So yeah. So the company that I'm looking to you potentially invest in is called Bolton's. It's a hot chicken restaurant. We really started the craze of hot chicken nationally under our brand. We have a really cool cool flavor profile. We got hot, medium, extra hot. I think that nobody can really stand that extra hot chicken, but we're in a position where we just need some revenue in order to be able to scale. And if you have the capability, then we'd love to have you join. Right now we're sort of at a revenue of like 500,000. And we're really super close to the Titan Stadium. We've got some really untapped assets as well. We got a food truck, and just looking at, we got a food truck and we don't sell alcohol right there in there. So there's some really untapped potential right there. And then if you just think about the market size and growth, the hot chicken industry is poised to grow by like 5 or 10%, over the next few years. Is it something that you potentially might be interested in?
I mean, I'm always looking to invest, but I have a few questions. Like, what are you going to do with the money? I know you said scale, but do you have a plan on how you're scaling or what you're doing?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So the first thing we want to do is we want to modernize the restaurant and bring in some new furniture and bring in the apply for our alcohol and beer license. So that we feel like with a little bit of a facelift and bringing in some alcohol, that'll bring up revenue probably around like 33% or so. Um, so that's primarily what we're going to do. We're also going to hire in some key people, managers, general manager who really understand and know the business. So those are the primary uses of the money.
I mean, it sounds like it's something that I would be interested in, definitely having further conversations about.
Absolutely, I would love to be able to have a deeper conversation with you. I can bring in some charts. I can bring in some P&Ls and things like that, and some market research that I've done. If you'd be interested, yeah. When do you have time over the next week?
Let me check my schedule and I'll let you know.
How about on Thursday, Shannon, I'll fly to Texas and we'll go get some hot chicken. How does that sound? Really
Yeah, that
great
sounds
job,
delicious.
LT. And now we get to the feedbackers for Nate and LT. And feedbackers, this is the time in the show that we get to give back in the form of feedback. So we're going to give 30 seconds of feedback to either Nate or LT, something that they did great, something that they could do to improve, and then what is one word on how they left you feeling. So let's kick it off with Keith. And Keith, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Nate, please?
Specifically for Nate.
Yep.
Okay. So I think, okay, so that was a conversation with I think a lot of detail. So I understand all of the acronyms from where I'm sitting, but I'm not sure that the average person does. Here again, I think the conversation was with HR world, right? So I think that makes sense. It's kind of vernacular for that setting. Yeah, I guess maybe I think I felt a little hazy on the next steps, maybe the action. I didn't realize it at the time, but after hearing with the conversation with LT and Shannon, I kind of realized I'd forgotten about that part, right? The follow up on what the concrete next step is.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. And Keith, what is the one word on how Nate left you feeling, please? Oh, you just muted.
Engaged.
Engaged. I would agree. Thank you for that, Keith. Let's go, Brittany. Brittany, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for LT, please? If you could unmute. There you go.
Yeah, with LT, I really liked that he was super personable and said, hey, we've got a personal introduction, right? Because I think that helps set a few people at ease. I also liked the fact that he was talking about how he strategically poised himself outside of a stadium center to try to help sell his brand, because everybody knows anybody who goes to a sporting event is always hungry there, right? So it's an untapped market.
Oh, I love it. And Brittany, what is the one word on how LT left you feeling, please?
Personable.
Personable. Love it. Beautiful. And let's go, Maritza. Maritza, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for Nate, please?
I like the clarity which he expressed his case. He seems that he had his already in mind, so he was just doing a check of what he wanted to do. Maybe just it was surprising when I asked a question that was not expected. So it was just like saying, okay, tell me, why are you asking that question? So maybe just go with a follow-up of the why the question is coming that way. So, but I think it was clear, to the point, and very decisive on what needed to be the outcome. So I appreciated that.
Beautiful. Love it. And Maritza, the one word on how Nate left you feeling?
It's be on my toes, because he's ready to execute.
Be on my toes. I think that's 4 words, but we'll allow it for you, Maritza, because you are Maritza. And let's go, Shannon. Shannon, how about your 30 seconds of feedback for LT, please?
I liked the way that he opened up with that we know someone in common. And I also liked that he was really, during the conversation, he had like a plan. He knew I have these numbers, it's going to raise, he's going to be outside the stadium. He doesn't have alcohol that he's going to start that. I really liked his, the way that he knew what he was going to do, how he kind of laid out his plan to me. I also thought that he was very personable. He was very intriguing, very yeah, I just think he had a great personality and that he was very personable. Yeah.
Beautiful. And so what's your one word for LT?
I would say that he left me intrigued.
Intrigued. I love it. I am definitely intrigued by LT also because I thought it was illegal to live in Texas and be a vegan. Like, I don't know how to live in Texas and be a vegan. I was pretty sure that was illegal, but I guess not since LT, and I'm speaking as a Texan, born and raised, is I definitely thought it was illegal to be vegan in Texas. So I'm impressed that there's vegans living in Texas, and I'm intrigued by that for sure, LT. But Shannon, Maritza, this is the time in the show that I usually get to turn the tables on my co-host and put him on the hot seat in a scenario that he has no idea about. But since he's not here today, you get to put me on the hot seat in a scenario that I have no idea about. So you'll let me know what role you want me to play and who you would like for me to go from hello to yes with. So Maritza, Shannon, either one of you want to take that on or both, or where would you like to go from here?
I can take it. So
all right.
I heard at the beginning that you were so excited about the 3D printer. So I would like Keith to do the role play with you. And you are going to be the kid that he has to deal with. And you're going to have the most random thing that you're going to create with that 3D printer. And Keith is looking at the consequences of your request.
Okay. Give me a second to think about. Give me 1 second.
So Keith, be ready.
Don't make it too complicated.
I have to ask our Acti a question. That would be.
It looks like the plan is cooking over there, so be ready.
Oh, okay. All right. I got an idea. All right. Am I just any kid or am I one of his kids?
One of his kids, and like non-stopping, like you are, like this burst of energy that there's no stopping. You're gonna get it.
Okay, I got it. All right, Keith, are you ready? Otherwise known as
ready.
Dad.
I'll do my best.
Okay. Dad, I'm so excited to see you. Welcome home.
Glad to see you too.
You don't seem that excited to see me.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. Well, I was hoping we could have some fun, Dad. When you have a long day, can I make it better?
Sure. What do you have?
Don't you want to play with me? Don't you want to play with me? Won't that make your day better?
This is actually not inaccurate. I'll put it that way. But absolutely.
You calling me a child?
Would love nothing more. What are you thinking?
Well, Dad, I was thinking, you know that cool new toy that you got, the 3D printer?
I do. Yes, I do.
Why did you get that in the first place, Dad?
I thought we could make some things around the house just for fun.
Do you like making things for fun too?
Absolutely.
So
and you like fun too.
I do like fun. And Dad, you teach me so much, and I learned so much from you. And when you're gone at work all day, I think about you, and I think about how I can help you at work. And all of the doctors, they have like these boring. What are those things, Dad? I forget, that go around your neck, and you put them in your ears, and they got like the round thing. What is that again?
You're thinking of a stethoscope.
Oh, yes, that's
where you
it.
to listen to the heart and the lungs, right?
Yes. And Dad, why do those look so boring?
I don't know. But I do know a man named LT who might, but I don't know why they look boring. Are you thinking of something right now?
I am thinking of something because I was thinking about when you go to work, like how could you help people be so much more happier? And I was thinking maybe we could design and print some of those stethoscopes, but make them in like super cool colors with maybe some like positive sayings on them that you could take to the hospital for all your friends at the hospital. Do you think could we maybe like try it and see if they come out?
I think that's a really wonderful idea.
Let's go try now. Let's go try now.
Oh,
Let's
wow,
go try now.
wow. Okay, okay. Let's do some homework first.
All right, let's
Let's-
do some homework and then let's see if we
Yes.
can do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Great job, Keith. Maritza, how was I at playing a child going from hello to yes with dad to print some stethoscopes, some cool new stethoscopes for the hospital?
Oh, I love how you actually came and get him very excited and you got various yeses along the way. You like to have fun. You like this, you like that. So he was just saying yes and yes and yes. So it was pretty easy to get the yes at the end.
Yes. Thank you for that, Maritza. I don't know that I've ever gotten to play a child in that role, but you're right. It's all about finding that value for the other person, and had to find that value for dad so I could get that yes. And Keith, how was that for you?
It was interesting, but I think you nailed it. I think those are normally all the background thoughts that my kids do have, and they're probably just not saying them. So it's interesting to hear it. But yeah, no, I think it was spot on. Didn't realize I was saying yes so many times, but yeah, I guess that checks out.
Awesome. And Keith, how was your time overall on the Heart of Influence?
So far, so good.
Awesome.
I'm learning.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for that, Keith. And let's go, Nate. Nate, thank you for being here. Thank you for jumping into the participant seat and kicking us off into the participant seat, which is often not easy being in that role. But Nate, thank you for being here. And how was your experience overall on the Heart of Influence?
This is one of the strangest things I've ever encountered.
That's awesome.
Like, this is weird, but it's great. It's strange. It's really strange, but I can see value. I can extrapolate it. I can see kind of what we're doing here. It's a mix of several other groups I've been a part of. So this is definitely unique.
Yes. And thank you so much for that, Nate. And that's why it was created. The show actually came out of COVID. When the world was shut down and we didn't have a way to meet people in person, Sean created the show. Then it was called The Real Raw, to bring people together to have a shared experience. And Nate, I heard the words unique and one other word that you need. It was unique and strange, right? So that makes it memorable, right? You'll remember being on this experience. You'll remember being here with LT, Keith, Brittany, Maritza, and Shannon. And that's what this is all about. It was designed to be something that is different, that is unique, that is memorable, that is way better than having a cup of coffee. Because Shannon and Maritza, they could have called you up and been like, hey, I have a couple people I'd like for you to meet that I think you could do something with. Can you come have a cup of coffee? But then you got to get in your car, you got to drive to the coffee shop, which could take, 10 to 20 minutes, depending on where in Houston that you're going, could take 30 minutes, then, an hour-long meeting. Maybe you're going to do something, maybe you're not, then 20, 30 minutes to drive home. And then it's taken 2 hours out of your day. And you've just had another Starbucks meeting where, this you get to do from the comfort of your home. You get to have some fun. You get to be intrigued and get to know some people and then decide if you want to do something later. And, this show is just an initial shared experience. And after the show, we have ways for you to connect, for you to do more together. And that's what it's about is you've met, met people here for the first time. You've had a little shared experience, unique, fun, cool. And now we invite you to take those relationships further in a fun way. So thank you so much for that, Nate. Very well said. And thank you so much for being here on the Heart of Influence today.
Thank you.
And let's go to LT. LT, thank you for being here. Really great job in the participant seat. Hopefully we can get you some money for that chicken restaurant. Next time I'm in Houston, I'll be coming down if it's not too far from Conroe. But LT, how was your time overall on the Heart of Influence today?
It was cool. It was cool. Got a chance to, as you said, interact with some different people, see some skits and some energy, especially by you, Yeah, and then you get sort of pulled out of your own comfort zone, being a participant. You don't really know exactly what you're doing. But I I volunteered. I was like, okay, well, I'm a volunteer and I'll just do it. So yeah, it was cool. Yeah.
Oh, beautiful. And now, T, I will share this. Sean in the Unblinded Formula, Sean's raised nearly $10 million in two different events, raising money. One event, he raised over $2.7 million for Tony Robbins and Tony Robbins charity in Tony Robbins' backyard using this formula. So there is no better formula that helps raise funds than this. So definitely you'll get some emails, make sure they're not in spam, because you'll get a book like on the formula and the guide for all of that. I would definitely check that out because it's been used by many to raise funds. And then, we have a LinkedIn group, all that stuff will be dropped into the chat, but definitely connect with our team. And we have some AI agents and they can help, guide you along raising those funds, because that is definitely something, an area of expertise, and nobody's raised more money in less time than Sean in the Unblinded Formula. So definitely check that out. So thank you so much for being here, Mr. LT, Dr. LT. And let's go, Brittany. Brittany, how was your experience overall in the Heart of Influence?
I think I'm going to put my therapist hat on for a little bit and just, speak to the fact that a lot of times when we're talking to one another, it's always so transactional. It's always just about who are you? What do you do for a living? What is it that you want? And, it stops us from really learning how to experience and just being with people in the moment. And I think as adults, we kind of tend to lose that anyways. And so I really appreciated just the camaraderie and the funness that organically came out of all this, just so that we could just take a small moment just to connect.
Beautiful. Love that so much, Brittany. Very well said. And that is why it is all designed. So thank you for that, Brittany. And let's go, Shannon. Shannon, how about your final on your Heart of Influence?
I loved the way that Brittany expressed exactly what we're doing on the show, right? That's what it is. We're trying to get everyone out of their comfort zone, but to have fun and be comfortable being out of their comfort zone and getting to know each other. Yeah.
Beautiful. I couldn't agree more. Thank you for that, Shannon. And let's go, Maritza, your final on your Heart of Influence today.
My final is thank you for being here with us today. This is, maybe 5 years ago, I was on your seat before, and it opened doors to things that I didn't know, people that I didn't know, and it actually helped me to transition from corporate to an entrepreneurial world. So it's just like the surprise of saying yes, what you find on the other side, and just having the courage to experience something new is very valuable. So thank you for your time. I hope that we keep connecting for just to see what can come next. But thank you, Bella, and thank you everybody else for being here.
Yes, thank you, Maritza, and thank you all for being here. We do have some gifts for you in the chat, because as I shared before, this is initial shared experience, and we want to do a lot of things to build relationships with you guys, to cause relationships build. One of those things, you'll get some follow-up emails, definitely check for those. We do have a LinkedIn group that is for everyone who's building on the Heart of Influence, and we bring resources. It's not a funnel. Nobody sells anything in there, but it's really so you guys can continue to build the relationships, and what more can you do together. You also have an opportunity if you're still like, I'm not quite sure what this Heart of Influence is. I'm not quite sure what Unblinded is. And you don't want to talk to any other humans because you don't like humans, you can talk to one of our AI agents and you can ask it questions like, what is Unblinded? This is what I do. Why do I even want to have a conversation? Why did Maritza invite me onto the show? This is what I do. This is what Maritza does. What more could we do together? Because this is all about creating ecosystem partnerships. We always say that 1 + 1 could equal 1 trillion relationships, and don't let those relationships sit on the sidelines. So on behalf of myself, Sean, and the entire Unblinded team, we want to thank everybody for being here. And we always end every show by saying, sometimes we are all blind to the opportunities right in front of us and just learning to see. Bye-bye, everyone.